Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. If you are new here, my name is Nishitha. Please take a moment to hit the subscribe button. I upload videos every Sunday and Thursday at 9 a.m. PST. And today I'm going to review the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Protective Makeup Sunscreen. This comes with a broad spectrum SPF 50, but I was looking at the ingredients and it's a chemical sunscreen. It's not a physical sunscreen. So if you don't like to use chemical sunscreens, please keep that in mind. And I'm going to quickly pull up the Maybelline website and see the claims of this. So they say experience Maybelline's first protective foundation makeup, especially formulated to shield skin from harmful environmental aggressors. This lightweight foundation has SPF 50 and is enriched with antioxidants to protect against pollution. It not only leaves a natural looking finish but protects skin day after day. And this foundation, this is a foundation. It comes in 16 different shades, which is not good enough. And they say that it's dermatologist tested, so it's going to be safe. Or they all say that it's dermatologist tested. Don't know what to believe. But it only comes in 16 different shades. That's a bummer. They're saying it's a full coverage too. It's not something like a tinted moisturizer where you do have a little bit room when it comes to shade ranges. Even if they have lesser shade ranges, since they're light coverage, they tend to spread out and adapt to your skin a little bit. But they're saying that this is a full coverage foundation. So full coverage foundations, you need to have a shade that exactly matches your skin tone. So I really hope I really wish they had come with a better shade range. But anyways, let's dive into it. So this one retails for $10. I got it from Walmart. I got two different shades. One is soft tan, which is 228, and the other one is sun beige, which is 310. First, I'm going to go in with the shade soft tan. Then I think if it's too light, I'm going to go in with the shade 310. But I'm going to swatch both the shades for you guys so you can see how it looks. So first, I'm going to swatch the shade 228, which is soft tan. So this is the shade on the back of my hand. So this packaging comes in a squeezy tube, which I prefer because it's more travel friendly and you don't even have to be afraid that you're going to break the glass. Now I'm going to swatch the shade 330, which is 310, which is sun beige. So this is 310. They say that you could either use your fingers to apply this product or, sponge or a foundation brush. So what I'm going to do is that on one side, I'm going to, use my fingers to apply it. And on the other side, I'll probably blend it out using the kabuki brush. They're saying it's full coverage, but when I swatched it on my hand, the formula felt really sheer. So we shall see how it applies on the face. So first I'm going to take a little bit of soft tan, add just a little bit in the cheek area and blend it out. Whether this smells a little bit like sunscreen, but it doesn't have any strong added in fragrance. So first I'm going to use my fingers to blend it. So I don't think it's a full coverage, foundation by any means, but it does have really good coverage. I think the coverage is more medium, but right off the bat, it's not giving me full coverage. I don't know why they put that on the packaging, but let's see if we can build it up. So I'm just going to add a little bit more soft tan in my cheek area. The formulation of this is very sheer and it's almost liquidy. It spreads out beautifully onto the skin. So once I have that, I'm just going to use my beauty blender and press the product in. And on this side, I'm going to blend it out using just my brush. Yeah, now I can see a little bit more coverage. So you can definitely layer it up, but it's also weird at the same time because it's too sheer. But when you blend it out, you will get a really good coverage. And now I'm taking the shade Sun Beige and I'm going to add that around my chin and forehead. So So I was just looking at the ingredients list, and it does have fragrance as one of its ingredients, but it's listed at the very bottom of the list. So if you have sensitive skin, keep that in mind. It does have fragrance in it. Almost like, usually most of the time, all SPFs don't work for my skin tone. They do break me out. So I'm afraid that this has fragrance and it also has SPF. I'm afraid that it might break me out. Okay, so based on first impressions, I'm really loving the finish. It does have that natural finish, but because of the sunscreen that I'm wearing underneath, it is looking a little bit dewy. I'm wearing my Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturizer. But it does have natural finish. It's not overly dewy, but at the same time it's not matte, but it feels very hydrating on the skin, like a tinted moisturizer almost. Coverage wise, I think you will get, with one layer you will get almost medium coverage, but you can build it up and increase the coverage to a little bit above medium, but it's not going to be like a super full coverage foundation like they said on their packaging. But I really love the way it blended out. You could just use your fingers and rub it all over your face. You don't have to use any tools. That's how easily it blends out. Feels ultra lightweight on the skin. So now I'm going to go off camera, apply the rest of my makeup. When I get back, I'm going to tell you guys how everything layered on top. So stay tuned. So guys, I am back and I've had this foundation on for about 3.5 hours now. It's currently 1 o'clock. I applied this around 9:30 or so. When I applied the rest of my makeup, everything blended beautifully on top of this foundation. I had no issues whatsoever. So far the foundation feels very lightweight on the skin. It's very hydrating too. I was seeing a little bit of transfer when I first applied the foundation, but at this point I barely see anything. Like, I don't see any transfer. So that's good. But my only issue with this is that the shade that I used around my mouth, which is sun beige, is pulling a little bit ashy around my chin. It could be two things. One, the undertone might not be right for me. The second thing is that the coverage is so light around my chin that it's not covering all the discoloration that I have. And one more thing is that it is settling into my smile lines. When I just use my fingers to dab it, then it's going away. But as soon as I applied it, as soon as I started applying my makeup, I noticed that it was cracking in my smile lines. That is the problem that I have with their Fit Me foundation as well. It looks really good on my skin. I love the foundation, but it just badly settles into my fine lines. Whereas the Maybelline Superstay foundation doesn't do that. So that's why I love the Superstay foundation a lot. Even this one, I really like it, except the fact that it's, looking a little bit ashy and it's settling into my smile lines. Everything else, I'm really liking. So now I'm going to wear it for 4 more hours. That makes it 8-hour wear test for this foundation. And when I get back, I'm going to do more close-ups and we'll see how this holds up. So yeah, I'll see you all at the end of my day. So guys, I am back and I've had this foundation on for almost 9 hours at this point. And I have to say, I really like it. I still have the same concerns that I had earlier. Actually, one concern that I had earlier. The foundation still looks a little bit ashy around my mouth. But when I said that it was cracking my smile lines, which it was, when I first applied it, it was badly cracking in my smile lines. But once I pressed the foundation into my lines using my fingers, I haven't seen the cracking anymore. That's really weird. So my only concern at this point is that, it's looking a little bit ashy on my skin. It's a very good, lightweight, more like a tinted moisturizer with a decent amount of coverage to it, and it's from the drugstore, so that's a major pro for this foundation. It feels ultra lightweight on the skin. It looks very natural, and you can see, you can tell probably that I'm looking a little bit shiny at this point, and I did powder my T-zone, but I can still see that I'm looking a little bit shiny, not just in this room. Even if I go outside, I can see that, my skin has that slight glow that's peeking through this foundation. So and it feels very hydrating on the skin actually. So if you have normal to dry skin and if you're looking for a good lightweight hydrating foundation / tinted moisturizer for the summer months, I would say definitely give this one a try. For the product being this natural, it still gives you a decent amount of coverage. If you have oily skin, I honestly cannot speak for you guys because I have normal skin, and even on my skin, I'm looking a little bit shiny at this point. So if your skin tends to produce a lot of oil throughout the day, I don't know how this will hold up to it. So I honestly cannot speak for you guys. Since it has SPF and it also has perfume, so I'm going to update you guys in the description box down below. I'm going to continue to wear it for 3 to 4 more days and see if it breaks me out. I will definitely update you guys in the description box down below, so please make sure to read that. But I really love the formula of this and I'm hoping that it's not going to break me out. So guys, it's the very next day that I did the wear test on this foundation. And even on the day when I removed my makeup, I could see that my skin was really irritated. As you can see right here, it's just one day of me wearing this and I already see, like, 3 to 4 bumps on my face, and my skin just feels really irritated, all that redness. And I also felt that it just made my pores exaggerated the very next day. You can see that my pores are enlarged here, and overall it just made my skin really bumpy and textured. I kind of saw that coming because SPF 50 and also the fragrance in it. Usually my skin is very sensitive, so keep that in mind if you have sensitive and acne prone skin like I do. Personally, I won't be using this again because I just don't want my skin to go through that acne phase that I recently went through. So that completes this review. I really hope you found it helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye.